do? Yes, sir. This your boy AJ. Other Deep Thought. I'm back at it again. Once again. Ha ha! Yes, sir. I'm back at it again, man. Brand new video, man. At the late night tip. Today, man. I want to talk about this sad situation about a single father who literally was hanging out with his son. He had like a father son day with his child. And the mother comes in and try to break up the outing that the father was having with his son. And it went horribly wrong. The mother tried to take the son away from his father. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to talk about that. I want to talk about that tonight, real quick. So, shout out to the brother Theo Cooper, man, for reacting to the video. You know what I'm saying? Much love and appreciation go to him, most definitely. I will leave the links all at the bottom of the end of the video. Always remember, everything that I do and use is under fair use. So we finna go and get into this video. I ain't finna waste no time. Let's get it.
Y'all probably wonder what's going on, but yes, that's me, my son, and his mom. Hold on, don't click off this video real quick. I'm going to show you why I'm posting this video with Terrence Crawford, because he inspired this.
Bud came out with his hands balled up. And his daddy said, we got $1 million baby boy, and I said, we ain't got...
Now let's get back to the video, but I'll explain everything here shortly.
I remember that.
I don't care. Call me. Let my phone in. Come on. I'm trying to.
Renee, stop. Get your ass up here. Come here.
He's grabbing onto me. He's grabbing onto me. He's grabbing onto me. I'm not touching you.
Already, call the police. Call the police. You're hurting the child. I'm not hurting him. That's my son. You need to go. I don't care. I don't care. This is my son. I have rights.
Let him go.
I know. You gotta be quiet.
Sad, man.
The first thing I want to speak on is, why in the hell did the mother make a scene in front of the child? Like, this is the first thing I like to know. I like to know, why in the effing hell did the mother make a scene in front of the child? You mean to tell me you couldn't have a conversation with the father? You had to come in like a bat out of hell and make a scene? Apparently they in the gymnasium. Like, they in the gym, they playing basketball. You can hear the feet squeaking. And she literally made a damn fool out of herself, as you can see in this video. Now, the father, he actually broke it down and explained what actually happens in this video. So I'm going to let him break it down. But as of now, I'm just going by what I see.
Hold on, baby. Calm down.
The video y'all saw was of my son when he was younger. His mom pulled up on us when we was at an event and was claiming that I kidnapped my son and that I was brainwashing my son. I was neglecting my son. I was putting my son in danger. She was just recently in a situation where her house got shot up close to 30 times. 2 people died. She was shot. Her boyfriend was
Wow.
shot. She got shot, and her family member got shot, but he got killed. So her boyfriend got killed, and her cousin got killed. She survived. But one thing about that situation, she ran towards the kid's bedroom, or she ran towards a bedroom that was right lined up with the kids. So when they shot, thank God that, you know, the bullets didn't go through them and through the walls and kill the kids. But that's just a side note. But after that situation happened, my son was staying with me. She pulled up on us, was like, I kidnapped my son. The only reason why my son was with me and was not with his mom during this time period was because, for one, or the dude she was with, he was selling drugs. And so he tried to rob somebody and it went wrong. So they tried to set up some dude and he got them before they can get him, even though she tries to spin the story. But when he was interrogated after he getting caught, that's what he came up with. So before he got caught, I didn't know what was going on. So I made sure I went to go get my son, because when this happened, the government was trying to step in and maybe see what was going on, see if a kid was being neglected, because there was a bunch of kids in the house when this happened. So I made sure I got my son immediately. So since she was in the hospital, so my son wouldn't be in the system.
And kudos to this gentleman. It's great that he stepped in and is the father that his son needed. So what I'm about to say is no slight to this gentleman whatsoever. He said that his child's mother was living in a house that was obviously selling drugs in and whatnot, and there was a bunch of kids living in there. I'm going to make the assumption that she has other children as well. But the ultimate point, especially to the younger guys, fellas, protect your seed. I did a video on my second channel a few months ago about a woman giving her child's father hell when it was just time for them to exchange the child. The child was with the mom for, the weekend, and the father was trying to pick the child up because the weekend was over. And she just caused a huge scene, man. At the end of the day, fellas, protect your seed. You have to choose carefully women that you choose to have children with.
Facts. Big facts. I want to expound on that real quick. Then I'm going to let the rest of the video go. This is why it's important for men. I can't speak for women. I can only speak for men. It's why it's important for men to always protect themselves at all times. I don't give a damn how fine a girl looks. I don't give a damn how sexy she is. I don't give a damn what it is. Protect yourself at all times. You feel what I'm saying? You got to protect yourself at all times. Salute to him for being a real father and getting his son out that situation. And the way he talking is talking as if she probably had kids by other niggas. You feel what I'm saying? Including him and whoever she was with, they was trapping out that house while they have kids. This is why I'm saying what I'm saying on this camera. Protect yourself at all times, because you don't know who the hell you dealing with. There are some very mentally disturbed people out here that really don't know what the F going on. And even if they do know what the F is going on, they don't care nor give a damn about it. That's why you got to watch yourself. You got to protect yourself. Because the police damn sure ain't going to protect you. You got to make sure you good. And your kids is good. That's all I got to say for right now. Let's get back to the video.
So I went to go get my son and was calling up to the hospital. They wouldn't release any information because she was shot. They couldn't catch the suspect yet. So whenever someone gets shot, if you're not like a certain type of family member, they don't let you come into the hospital room or get or you can't call up to the hospital and get information about who you're looking for. So I tried that, didn't work. So I had to wait for, her to reach out to me. When she did, she just started flipping, cussing me out, was like, where my son at? You keeping my son from me? I was just shot. And she kept arguing with me. And I was like, okay, just talk to your son. Here goes Damari. And I put my son on the phone. I was just like, here, talk to your son. I put my son on the phone, and she was just still cussing and cussing and cussing and cussing and cussing and cussing. He was trying to get her attention, and he was like, Dad, she's not talking to me. She's just cussing you out. And then I said, let her know you're on the phone. And when he said his name, she was like, I don't care. Put your dad back on the fucking phone. And I'm like, oh, you're crazy. I said, why won't you talk to him? He's like, no, you're trying to be slick. You're trying to keep him from me because you're trying to get off of child support. I'm not going to go on this whole backstory on child support, but this woman had me on child support. She put me on child support, and she played games because she was playing me and someone else, was trying to make it seem like it was someone else's baby when it was mine. And I was trying to say it was mine, but she was telling him it was his, and he was going crazy, putting his hands on her, trying to, you know, hurt me maybe supposedly, but I wasn't, you know, phasing it. But he was making threats towards me, you know, because of her. And she was playing all these games and trying to later on marry me when I was in the military, and was telling him she was going to get my car and divorce me, take everything. And then my son was going to be with them because, you know, she was pinning my son on him and saying he wasn't mine. It was just messy. So she got exposed. Everything blew up. She couldn't, you know, she couldn't accept her responsibility in what she caused, the damage she caused in this family amongst people in the community. So later on, you know, she never got a DNA test, never knew if he was mine at the time. So when I went to Afghanistan, she popped up at the house to come see me. Was like, hey, here's your son. And then I knew he was mine because I can just see it clear as day. My name was already on the birth certificate, but I knew he was mine. So I'm like, cool, we need to work stuff out. I need to be in my son's life. You know, I don't like all that drama. She's like, cool. I leave, go to Afghanistan, boom. About a month, 2 months later, I had to go to court, didn't know it. So I had a child support hearing. They put me on child support. But because she pulled up on me before I went to Afghanistan, I set stuff up my mom to send her $1,000 a month. So I was giving her $1,000 a month. Then child support was hitting me for like 600 some change. So I was giving her about $1,600 a month for one kid. And then by the time I came back, they were still expecting me to pay that amount. So I was literally broke. But
and I hadn't seen this part of the video. That exact thing happened to me. I was in the military. I separated from my then wife, and I was sending her money home, but she got on government assistance. I was sending her money and also accumulating back child support because I was living in Japan, and this was almost 20 years ago, and it took them a year to find my physical address so they could mail me a letter notifying me about it. It's crazy.
Anyway, she was doing all this, spending money on some other guy. My son was in Dookie diapers, pea diapers. She's feeding this dude lobster, steak, everything. I'm helping paying the bills.
How can I say this without you know what? I'm gonna say what I say. This is why. This goes out to my brothers out there, my younger brothers. This is why it's important to not mess with everything you see. And even if you do, make sure you protect yourself at all times. I can't stress this shit enough, man. I have seen and I have heard stories of men getting taken out all because of a female. All because they had a child with a female. Then they got with another dude. And then you, as the father, you the only responsible one out of all these stupid ingrates. You get yourself taken out all because of that woman. Because you had a baby by her, so you got to deal with her. And she probably got a dude that she with. Now you see why a lot of men just say fuck relationships. They not going for that. Because you see the situations that's going on. This is not something I'm just saying. This is 100% facts. Because ain't no real self-respecting man finna deal with this type of nonsense nor drama. Because I'm going to tell you something. And I'm going to say it on camera. Before a man go down, everybody else going to go down with him. Believe that. Believe me when I tell you. Before that good man go down, everybody around him go down first. Because that's just how real man is. We not going down without a fight. That's real talk. Let's get back to this video.
My mom was helping out. When my mom found out, she told me, and I was livid. But she wasn't pouring into my son. She didn't care about my son. By the time I got out the army, my son was already living with someone else, living with her aunt. And she wasn't taking responsibility of my son, but she was still collecting child support payments. And child support never stopped it, interrupted, nothing. It was terrible. I will break this stuff down if y'all want more on like what was my mind frame, why I didn't go to courts, or, you know, a little bit more about me. But anyway, so just fast forward to the future. She just was neglecting my son so many different times. I was trying to get close to my son. I finally got real close to my son, got him with me, and was, you know, making him, trying to help him become a better person than what I was. And so he can break any family curses. Next, you know, I found out my son is lacking a lot of different tool sets or he's lacking a lot of different skill sets or tools that he needs to survive in the future, definitely as a man. So I found out his mom was just chasing other dudes. She was wanting me. She was using my son as a pawn to get money out of me or to get me back with her. If I couldn't be with her, she was going to get money to make me suffer and to try to keep me from being with other people. And she said it out of her mouth. I got other proof too that y'all can listen to. But anyway, so when that moment came and her house got shot up and I see my son was still behind in life and struggling with certain things, they was calling him Debo. He was a bully. He wasn't doing good in school. He didn't have really any skill sets. He stuttered. I used to stutter. He didn't know how to read, spell. I was like, bump that. He's with me. I'm about to get him right. And until we find this guy who shot up your house, almost killed my son and these kids, he can't come back with you just because of the way you was cussing on the phone while he was talking to you. And then all you was focused on was child support, child support, child support. I let you get child support for 2 years while he was still living with me. Never called and complained about it or nothing. But as soon as I was like, hey, I want to stop the child support because I'm sitting in the private school. I'm doing all this extra stuff for him. I need this money to come into my household with my family. You was popping up, torturing my family, doing all this extra stuff. You popping out at events, trying to say I kidnapped my son, all because of child support.
Unfortunately, with so many women, that's what it's all about. And it doesn't even have to be a large amount of child support. A lot of them just don't want to work, and they'll
Exactly. Which is why I am a number one believer of, as a man, you gotta protect yourself. You gotta love yourself before anything. I always say this here. Never put yourself in a situation where your life is in danger. Never put yourself in a situation where your life and everything you worked hard for is in danger. Because all it takes is for a female that you mess with to destroy your whole life. That's all it takes. Because once the government puts you on child support, that's it. You on that shit until they 18. You know what I'm saying? So let's just keep it all the way 100. There's a lot of females that do not give a fuck about the kids that they have. There's some mothers who don't deserve to be mothers. Just like there are some fathers who don't deserve to be fathers. But you know what's so effed up about that? Them mothers that don't care about them kids still can get child support. Meanwhile, the father can't get none of that. Because they don't respect the father. They respect the mother, but they don't respect the father. And as you can see in this video, he literally was the only intelligent adult. Even though he got himself caught up, he still was intelligent enough to get his son out that effed up, messed up, toxic space that he was in. You deal what I'm saying? That's why I preach that my young black men gotta protect ourselves. Gotta protect ourselves at all costs. Can't trust nobody. You can't trust women. Hell, you can't even trust your homeboys like that for real. You can't just you can't trust nobody, man. You gotta pay attention to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just my mentality and how I see things. Let's get back to this video.
raise hell and high water to keep that child support. The gentleman even said it. For 2 years, he had his son, and he was paying child support. I've had so many men leave comments on my videos saying that exact same thing when they have custody of their child in reality, and they're still paying the woman child support like it's no problem.
All because of child support.
That's all they care about.
I can give y'all more backstory, but I'm going to just say now, my son saw that Terrence Crawford video, and I thank God that we already put him in boxing, or I've been teaching him how to box basketball, but he's loved boxing even more, and he's more inspired to fight back for his life because he saw Bud's story with his mom. And so he's seen how his mom thought about him and how his dad thought about him. He's like, that's like my same situation. My dad been speaking great things about me. So he wants to see, and his mom done called him stupid, dumb, all kind of stuff. And I speak differently. I speak against that. So my son's going to make it. We're trying to get him to the NBA. He might go boxing now. So if he goes to boxing, I'm going to move back to my hometown and put him in a gym with Bud, since I know Bud, and see if Bud would show my son some love, not like give him extra cool points, but just show him how to, get that little edge, that dog. Cause I have it too, but sometimes you need other people from the community to pour into people. I'm not a blocker of blessings. So I just wanted to make this video real quick just to let people know, like, hey, fellas, speak out, stand up. use your voice. I didn't speak out, but I have documented stuff over the years. I just never spoke up because I didn't think there was a platform for it. Sorry, y'all. I'm just getting passionate. I didn't think there was a platform for it. But people have been showing mad love on the video for Terrence Crawford, speaking up, giving him praise, was saying like his mom was wrong for that. They spoke, blessings over the dad. But the mom, she might have changed by now. So, I'm open for forgiveness and second chances, but you got to really show the work. You can't just say the stuff and just expect someone to forgive you, because if you've been forgiven already and you already blew the word forgiven without putting the work in to get forgive, bump that. So I'll give y'all more information, but my son, he's been living back with me. He used to go back and forth a little bit. Like when I took him from his mom, or not took him, but kept him with me. You can say took him or whatever. When I kept him with me and got him caught up on school, taught him how to read, spell, a bunch of other skill sets, he wanted to go back with his mom because my standards were high. But then he realized that's not the place to be.
Right.
And so she kind of kept him from me a little bit longer. He came back with me. I got him back. When she was trying to get him girlfriends, he was about to run away. He was about to wild out. I said, "No, I'm coming to get you." He was still that same little boy when I took him he was still that same little boy when he went to go live back with his mom. Sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. But he was that same little boy that I dropped off at his mom's house. But I've been pouring back into him. She wouldn't let him work out since he's been back with me. He's been working out. His stomach's getting right. His body looking good. We about to blow up.
And I want to stop this here. I want to most definitely commend that brother for being what I call a real motherfucking father to your child. This is an example of what a father looks like. Now, even though he slipped by messing with the wrong woman, he still was a father to his child. He still became a father to his child for real. And that's probably the greatest thing that could ever happen to his son. You deal what I'm saying? That's why I preach that men, young brothers, you gotta love yourself first before anything, man. You do not have to deal with a mentally disturbed woman. You do not have to deal with a woman that don't even love herself enough to even be with you. She love money more than she love her own damn kids. How sad can you be to love money more than your own children? Sad, man.
And I thank you, son, for, pushing me to put this on the YouTube. You're believing in me like I believe in you. And I just want to tell the world, thank y'all for everyone who shows love, support. If y'all want to support the channel, just subscribe, like, help us run up the numbers. But my son, he's going to make it. Be looking out for him. I love you, boy. Let's get it. Bye.
As I stated earlier, it's really dope for that gentleman to be there for his son and fight a lot of the adversity that, frankly, some men just won't fight. They'll just get tired of their child's mother, their ex-wife, and eventually walk away from the situation. So kudos to that man. But also the bigger point, fellas, protect your seed, man. Vet the woman that you're going to choose to have kids with. Or don't have kids whatsoever. Try only to have them with your wife. You just have to really pay attention and don't ignore the red flags.
Big facts, man. Shout out to the brother Theo Cooper of the Do Better podcast for the video, man. I will leave the links at the bottom of the description below. Before I go, man, let me say this here, man. Let me say this here. Like I said, salute to that brother right there, man, for being a real father to his child. Because I know a lot of men, if the average man was in this particular situation like it is every single day, they probably would have said F it and walked away. Not even caring about what was going to happen to their child. They'll just give up and say F it, I don't even care. Because it gets to that point when you see, the government is against me. I'm trying to be a father to my child. I'm trying to be a father. But the government, they don't give a damn about me because I'm still paying child support for a child that I got under my care. It's crazy that the child is under your damn care and you still paying child support to another person. Only in America, I guess. Only in fucking America. Where the man who literally got his child with him, he's taking care of the child 24/7 and he still got to pay child support for a shiftless ass. That's crazy to me. Which goes to my last point. This is why it's important you don't just have children with anybody. You don't just mess around with any female, man. As men, we have to love ourselves enough to know the difference between a woman of God and a thot thot. A thot thot is what you see. That's all she is. That's all she good for. A woman of God is gonna be a woman that's gonna be an asset to your life. She gonna bring life into you. She gonna help build and create an environment so y'all can have children, so y'all can grow and prosper. If she ain't on that kind of timing, I don't even want to be around her. Straight up, I don't even want to be around it. That's why a lot of men is not risking their lives for these women no more. That's why a lot of men just say F relationships. I don't even want to be in a relationship because of situations like this. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of men is starting to see that it don't pay being a solid brother. I'm just saying. So yeah, man, that's the video. Shout out to this brother, man, for being a real father to his child, man. I hope their YouTube channel blow up tremendously, man. Also, shout out to the brother Theo Cooper, other Do Better podcast. I will leave the link down at the bottom of the description below. If y'all like this type of content, man, and y'all want to check me out, show love, all you got to do is to hit the like and the subscribe button. You dig me? Peace and one love.